I need to highlight the warning: no rescue, no support if the business fails. I warned you.
In Lagos, success was loud, but truth was quiet. People judged marriages by what they could see: luxury cars, private schools, airport pictures, and soft life captions. Nobody asked questions. They admired, compared, and concluded. That was how two women became symbols of marrying well. People called them Lagos Oga wives. Amora was one of them. She lived in a beautiful house and was married to a wealthy, influential man whose name carried weight. At events, women watched her closely, her confidence, her business, her composure, and whispered prayers for a life like hers. From the outside, her marriage looked settled and enviable. What nobody saw was how alone she was inside it. Amora's husband believed dependence was weakness. He did not believe a wife should rely on her husband, not financially and not emotionally. Food money was inconsistent, and household needs were rarely discussed. Instead, he opened a business for her and made his position clear from the beginning: if the business failed, she should not expect help from him. There would be no rescue. From that day, Amora stopped resting. Every morning came with pressure. Every slow sales day felt like judgment. Her business was not empowerment, it was survival. Failure did not just mean losing money, it meant losing peace, dignity, and security in her own marriage. Yet outside, women envied her life. They called her lucky. They said she married well. Amora smiled, knowing that explaining the truth would change nothing. Zanab was the second woman people admired. Zanab's husband was a provider. A full provider. He paid school fees, handled hospital bills, took care of the house, and ensured his family never lacked. He flew Zanab and the children to any city they wanted: Abuja, Accra, London, whenever he chose. From the outside, her life looked like pure soft living. But inside, Zanab was afraid. Her husband did not want 1 naira to be on her hand. Not savings. Not cash. Nothing. He did not believe in women empowerment. He did not believe a woman needed financial knowledge or independence. He provided everything, but he controlled everything. Zanab had no business of her own. She had no personal savings. She had no idea how her husband's business worked. If he paid, it was fine. If he decided not to, she had nothing. That was her insecurity. She lived comfortably, but without ground under her feet. She did not know where she would stand if anything changed, if love changed, if circumstances changed, if life happened. She smiled in pictures, but fear followed her quietly. Provision gave her comfort, but not confidence. Yet people envied her the most. She's enjoying, they said. Her husband takes care of everything. That's real marriage. They did not know that being provided for without knowledge, without access, without power, can also be a cage. Amora and Zanab did not know each other, but they both trusted the same woman. Ngozi was single, quiet, and observant. She lived in Lagos too, building her life gently. People often overlooked her because she was not married, but she listened deeply. Amora spoke to her about loneliness inside wealth. Zanab spoke to her about fear inside provision. Ngozi said little. She listened. And in listening, her eyes opened. She realized that the women people envied were living 2 different fears, one afraid of failing, the other afraid of losing everything overnight. One was forced into strength. The other was denied it completely. Even their families misunderstood them. They praised success without asking about safety. They admired soft life without asking about stability. Society clapped for appearances and ignored realities. One night, Ngozi sat alone and understood something clearly. Comparison was dangerous. Envy was blindness. What looked like empowerment could be abandonment. What looked like provision could be control. What looked like soft life could be silent fear. She learned to focus on her lane. To value peace, knowledge, and balance over appearance. To build her life with wisdom, not pressure. And that was the lesson. Not every beautiful marriage is safe. Not every provider gives security. Not every empowered woman is protected. Sometimes, the life people envy is the life they would not survive. So focus on your family. Focus on your path. Do not put your eyes on another person's home, because what you see is never the full story.